Get those crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing, our hope floats away. We get up off of that thing when it's voting day and vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't hesitate. Vote, don't procrastinate.
It's fine. How the hell y'all doing? It is Sunday, baby. It is Sunday indeed. It's time for a new Blue Dot family meeting. It's time for a new Blue Dot week, baby. 16 days to go. 16 days to go, baby. That is not very long. These days are clicking off very fast. And I'll tell you, we can't get complacent. We have got to be out there cranking it every day. I want to thank everybody for showing up. Dwayne Dwizzle was the first one to jump in, followed by Dorothy Tyndall, Tim Kinnon, Stephanie Dane, and she's up there in North Carolina with her bestie, Stephanie J. Hill, and they're both watching. You ladies take care of yourself. I know you're going to enjoy yourself seeing each other. It's a long way from Florida to North Carolina, baby. Our own Oddly Wired is here. Sherry P. Jennifer Perez is with us. Debbie Marie, Reggie Carter, Michael James. I got a letter from you, brother. Sue Bingle, Dina Michael. I'm sorry, my eyes got to adjust to the movement of the. Are you shitting me? Where was I? Deborah Haynes, Citizen Dame. Citizen Dame. Judy is with us. Miss Linda is here, a.k.a. Mary Ellens is with us. And Terry Montgomery is with us. Martha Oliveria, MTP 358. We're glad you're here. Mary Humphreys, Julia T. Let me skip on down here. Virginia Woody, who uses her voice. We appreciate her being here, and we appreciate her voice. Just Coggins jumped in here. In Blue Dot in Texas. Who's that guy? Jumped in here. Brian Champagne is in the room. Anyway, I'm glad y'all are here. We're getting down to the wire. I gotta remember now. The camera's not there. The camera's now here. So I thought we just changed it up a bit. Anyway,
No, don't blame me. You did that one.
I did it. I said, well, you got to change it. You know, they say it's the same view exactly every time. At least this gives you a little different angle. We're thinking about things. We're thinking. Anyway, 16 days. The waning days of a delusional dictator, baby. That's what I call it. His super spreader tour is continuing, where he's out there. He's out there trying to divide and demonize us, or whatever it is he's trying to do. He was in Michigan, and this just got me because he went up there for his little rally, and that's the state where Governor Whitmer, where it was there was a kidnapping plot and all that stuff, and people were arrested. He makes light of that shit. He makes light of it at his rally, and he continues that shit. He gets his. This is an attempted kidnapping case where it just keeps spreading out, arresting more of these little assholes every time you turn around. But he's up there, and the chants coming from the crowd, lock her up, lock her up. He's out there, lock them all up, lock them all up. These are the sounds of a delusional dictator, a man who is going to be desperate until the damn day he walks out the door. You swear, he gets them into a frenzy. If you threw a rope out there, they'd all be marching into the governor's mansion. Are you shitting me? Yes, that's what exactly. I see that, Tammy. I see that. Sneaking that in there. She's got it. Tammy Ames just donated $5. Let me pull that out of your ass. Dude super chat and said, Steelers 5-0 start. It flipped on by. There it is. Steelers win, 5-0 start, Super Bowl bound. So saith Tammy Ames. I got to say, Texans lose to Tennessee. Shit. Anyway, and by the way, Hugh Ring has subscribed to our YouTube channel. We appreciate it tremendously. I'm very happy for you, Tammy. Huge Steelers fan. Nana Lovely is just going to be beside herself if they have a perfect season. So we're going to see where it goes, baby. Anyway, where was I? Before I was interrupted by a Pittsburgh Steelers win, 5-0, just reminding you. Anyway, if you would have thrown a rope out there, they would have run to the governor's mansion. That's what I was saying. He works them up. He incites them. In that crowd right there, that group of people, they've lost their sense of what it is to be an American. Yes, if you threw a rope, they'd be the first ones to run to the castle, to storm the Bastille, to take the... no, not storm. No, that's a wrong choice of metaphors. Anyway, because of his diehard supporters are more and more now just extremists and conspiracy theorists, and they just they eat into everything. You see the news reports of talking to people in line going into the Trump rally. Why aren't you wearing a mask? Because of this, that, and the other. It's ridiculous. They said, well, if he asked you to wear them, yes, he would ask me, I'd wear them. That ain't happening. Biden's out on the rail too. And while Biden is out there trying to spark some kind of unity within this nation, telling you that he is going to govern as an American president and not one that wants to sit out there and divide this country by color or by anything else that he can get away with, whether it be race or anything else, because Donnie's going to use any trick in the book, baby. He's desperately trying to get them suburban housewives. But Biden can sit up there and articulate a plan, a vision for where we want to go and how to get there. The only thing you hear out of that baboon orange orangutan is slinging shit out of his ass. He's got to blame somebody else for everything in his life, everything in the world. It's somebody else's fault. He ain't going to take responsibility. They don't have a plan. They don't have a vision. They're all for corporations, the wealthy, and their big donors, baby, and that ain't us. That's not the American people. And the GOP has no plan except for one thing: judges. And you keep that in mind when they keep talking about, well, they're going to stack the court. Really? Really? Guess who's been stacking the court? The Republicans have no plan for health care. They don't have any plan except to steal elections and to reject equal rights, to reduce your capability to vote. That's the standards of the Republican Party now. I've said it forever. Lie, cheat, steal. That's what they are. That's what they've done consistently. Well, Democrats encourage you to vote, and we will, and we are, in record numbers. Republicans do every damn thing they can do to get your ass not to vote, make you wait in a long line, to stop you. Voter ID, close the polls, make you stand there for hours. It doesn't matter. Do whatever they have to do to make you an uncomfortable citizen. Maybe you'll go sit down. Maybe you won't vote. Anyway, some of the Republicans are seeing it. We saw Ben Sasse of Nebraska stand up and talk about Donnie kissing Dictator's ass, how he mocks the evangelicals behind their back. Go figure. Who knew? We all knew. How he treats women, how he's just another con man. Very, very, very few, one by one, they're trickling out. They're going to stand up and say something because they're desperate. John Cornyn, my senator here in Texas, who, please, if you are voting in Texas, and I know I don't have to ask you, but pull that lever for M.J. Hager to kick John Cornyn's ass to the road. He's been in there too long. John Cornyn compared Donnie, his relationship to Donnie, because everybody's getting asked, well, are you proud to support this asshole? And John Cornyn responded with some little quip about Donald Trump and his relationship is like a woman marrying a bad man and thinking, well, she'll change him. And she doesn't. Well, there you go. John Cornyn is just what? The battered wife? Is that what you are, John? Is that what you represent to Texas? That you're just the little wimpy little wife that can't stand up to the brutal husband? Is that it? I don't need that shit in Texas. I need somebody that's going to stand up to a tyrant like that, to a disgusting racist, to a disgusting con man, to a disgusting liar, to a man that's going to stand up there and tell his morons that they don't have to wear a mask, that they should lock somebody up with no trial or no charges or anything, just on a whim of the Donald, the golden calf of the Republican Party. We're going to see him jump the boat, though, one by one, because we need not only the White House, we need the Senate. We need the House of Representatives. We need the state houses, which we are doing here in Texas. We want to turn this state blue, not only on the national level, but on the local level, on the state level, in our state houses. We are possible picking up 11 districts in this state because we're tired of listening to Republican bullshit, a Republican governor who just as soon you die, so he ain't got nothing else to worry about. Dan Patrick just says go out there and die for the economy. The blood of Texans are on Greg Abbott's hands, and Dan Patrick is right next to him, baby, urging it on. They don't give a shit. We need politicians. We need people in our house that care about the citizens. I don't give a shit about the corporations. I don't give a shit about Wall Street, how much you're making. I want to drive into town and not see so much desperation, not so much heartache, not so much pain. That's what I want to see. A happier society where we take care of each other. And we can work towards that. 16 days, baby. 16 days, and we can start that process of changing this country, of changing our society, of going back to a time of decency, where being a white supremacist wasn't that big of a deal. Kind of looked down at people like that. Yeah, we need those days again. Anyway, before we get started, I got mail. I got 2 pieces of mail. One from Jimmy and Linda Collins, and he is the guy who's cousins to the guy that got shot down in the U-2. Gary Powers, who got shot down in a U-2 aircraft over Russia. This is his cousin. and it was just a little saying congrats to you. November 3rd, can't get here fast enough, and wanted to thank me on behalf of working all this time to get us there. Baby, this has been a team effort from the word go, baby. And but thank you, Billy and Linda. I appreciate it so much. And then, like I said, I got a letter from our friend Michael James out in Castle, California, up in the great state, up there in Northern California. Brother, I read your letter, and man, I'm telling you, another story of people that have suffered tragedies in their life, but have also had, he described it as being on an oscilloscope. His life, if you looked at your life on an oscilloscope, and I'm a little electronics guy, I know what that is, and you would see the peaks and the valleys of life, and indeed there are. So although he's seen much tragedy in his life, he has experienced some things that all of us would recognize as being, wow, you got to do that? Yeah, you got to do that. And Michael, I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate your story, brother. Wow, I wish I could sit here and read it all just to show. You don't know who you're standing next to, baby. You never know. And you can't walk a mile in their shoes. You'll never know the path they've taken. But we do the best we can. Anyway, let me catch these out, and then we'll introduce our panel. Reggie Carter donated $10 through Super Chat and said, "Been a while, John, but I support the cause. Seattle on the Blue Dot train, vote, and may God please vote blue." There you go. I'm sorry. Let me read that again. Been a while, John, but I support the cause. Seattle on the Blue Dot train, vote, may my God please vote blue. There you go. I got it out all out. Thank you, Reggie Carter. Appreciate it tremendously. And Ben Stroud, our buddy up in Kansas, donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Last time Kansas went blue for president was JFK. I'm trying very hard to get us blue this time and get our ballots Friday. Fill them out tomorrow. Fuck Trump." Outstanding, Ben. We have a plan to go vote tomorrow also. And my buddy Ohio Dad 70, my friend Joe up in Cleveland, Ohio.
I thought it was Columbus.
Columbus, Ohio. Jesus. November 3rd, 5, 4, 3, 2. Rumps time is up, baby. It is indeed, Joe, and the polls are all looking at, but we can't count on that. Every person has to get out there and participate in this shit because we got to get it done. Bill Jones, baby, how you doing?
Really quick,
wait.
Before I bring in the Discord chat, I just wanted to let you know that Linda Collins is in the chat, and Michael James is in there as well. But Linda Collins wrote and said, "Thanks, John, for reading our mail." So,
baby, you send it, I read it.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up really quick.
Y'all don't know how much it, I love everything about this family, but when I go to the post office and now I can't stick my key in and turn the key. We lost the key, so I had to go pay to get the lock changed. They gave me the new keys, and they ain't changed the lock yet, so I can't get in there. So tomorrow morning, I hope I go in there and I can unlock the damn thing, but there ain't nothing better, I swear, than getting snail mail. It makes my day. It makes my trip into town so much. So I appreciate tremendously the cards and letters I get. The letters, I swear, sometimes they reveal to me the depth, the width, the
It's a good reminder that everybody out there
Lord.
is a person, and
there are incredible stories.
Yes, incredible people.
Yeah. Madeline Bell, I seen her post. She sent me a message. I got to get to that. Madeline Bell over in Spain, baby. I love you. Thank you so much for still being with us. So many. Anyway.
All right, now we can open the floodgates to Discord. You ready for this?
Bill Jones, how the hell are you? Bill? Oh, Bill.
Hello.
How you doing, Bill?
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little worn out from the week of getting polling help and with early voting.
You're cutting out a little bit there, Bill. Are you sitting away from the mic? Or?
How about that?
I don't want.
Better?
That's better. That's better. You're wore out.
I'm cautious. I am. Well, I've been working hard at the polls and
I heard that.
getting people over there, and I'm cautiously optimistic. So by the way, all our Blue Dot people, I keep getting a message, text saying I'm worried about the polls. Guys, don't pay attention to the polls.
Yeah. Polls are for your entertainment
the polls
only.
mean nothing at this point.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
You
it sounds
remember
like
back in
somebody's typing on
2016.
their keyboard.
Uh-oh.
Well, the thing about
or is it Morse
2016
code?
that I wanted to say is
Uh-huh.
the thing this
Bill, hold on. Travis trying to fix that. There we go. You still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, go
Well,
ahead.
at this
No, Bill, you cut out, brother. Your sound just cut out.
Okay, how about now?
I heard just about now, and then you cut out again. Having a little difficulty here trying to get Bill in.
Let me pop out and pop back in.
All right, Bill, we'll look for you in a minute. In the meantime, our friend Blue Dot Hank, all the way from the Netherlands. Friend, how you doing, brother?
Hello, can you hear me?
We hear you. I hear.
Okay.
I hear the Norwegian Navy should be here in about 16, 17 days. I understand. They should be
well,
right here,
fleet,
right on time, baby.
Our fleet is still coming over.
We're waiting. I think I got the timing down.
I'm watching with interest the farewell tour of Orange Baboon.
Yes.
He's making his final stance, and I hope.
He is indeed.
Well, I think he will lose, and I hope he will lose. But you never know, of course, with this electoral college nonsense that you have. But
we can't take it for granted. No.
Well, for the rest, we are having more and more infections of COVID, but not that many deaths in the Netherlands, so that's all right.
Well, it seems everybody can take care of it a whole lot better than we are here. Yeah.
Well, they have
because we have that thing
new
called
measures.
freedom.
Restaurants are closed now.
Oh Lord.
People are getting really pissed off because of that. But bullshit, they can still take away. So, well, go to the restaurant, take away your food, and eat it at home.
And eat it
the
at
hell,
home. There
know?
you go. Light a candle, get
And
romantic with your wife. Re-embrace that love that you had forever for your kids, and just bring the family together. Quit throwing shit at each other.
And we have a little bit of problems with some of the QAners, I call them,
man.
people that are also watching videos in the Netherlands, and they're starting to believe that shit. I mean,
it's sad.
Yes,
to watch a mental illness spread like that.
It was yesterday that a bunch of these COVIDiots demonstrated in The Hague against our government and the measures, and well, most of them were neo-Nazis, and they were shouting stuff against Jewish people or whatever. So it's a pity. I mean, the funny thing is, Antifa here is wise enough not to go there and not to start a fight because they don't want to get COVID.
Yeah, no shit. Best way not to get it is get around a bunch of COVIDiots. But
yeah. So for the rest, well, everything is going its normal self. In the game I'm playing, I told you about, I managed to sneak into the Mediterranean. So I'm at this time decoding
don't give your location away now.
No, well, I had a really nice message. The message goes as follows: ADUC IKJX CMQB DMID LIZX SLTE. Well, of course,
got it.
This is
Got
Enigma
it.
code, so it is hilarious. Even that's in the game, so it takes half an hour. But yeah,
good.
Introduce the rest, guy. Introduce the rest.
There you go. Well, Hank, we're glad you're here, brother. Let's go ahead and Bill, did you get your connection there?
I'm hoping.
All right.
How am I now?
Oh, you're coming in loud and clear. I'm glad you made it,
good.
brother.
Anyway, the only thing I wanted to say is I am consciously optimistic simply because of the number of young people I see at the polls here.
There you go, baby.
And I mean, there's a lot of 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids, and the good news is they are not included in the polls. Remember, polls are likely voters, people that have voted the last couple of times.
Yep. It does not account for new voters, new registrations, and all that stuff.
Right. And I look at the lines that I see on TV news and the lines I've seen every day since last week here in North Carolina, and I am really optimistic, buddy.
I am too.
So
I am too, but I don't.
My message.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, my message to people is don't pay attention to the polls. I mean, I've seen Texas go from +2 to +7 back to -2 to +2 to +3. It's all over the place.
There you go.
And that's because they use a small target every time. They'll pick 500 names out of the hat and pull them and publish it.
They ain't called me, so I don't pay attention to them until they call me.
Yep, they ain't called me neither, buddy.
Hey,
I've been in this game for. I've been in this game for three cycles now, and they haven't called me once. So,
well, hang on to your phone.
I am. It's going to boil down to Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Florida, and Arizona.
Yep. And we're looking good in a lot of those.
And possibly Texas could be 7 states. But if Biden takes at least 4 of them, and he's ahead in 6 of the 7 right now,
going to turn this shit blue. I'm telling you.
I'm hoping, brother. You and me and millions of blue dots across the country been working hard, and I'm so proud of them.
There you go. Well, let's go ahead and bring in.
We got 20 some million people have already voted.
I know it. Record turnouts all over the place, baby. That's looking good.
Yep.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get David in here. David, how are you doing, my friend?
Hey, John. Hey, real quick to everyone, I am sorry I've been pounding away on my keyboard. I forget. I usually try to self-mute when I'm doing that. Or I'm angry.
Oh, really?
I'm a loud type.
Well, are you telling me that this Morse code message that I wrote out here while you was tapping all that, it didn't mean anything?
It might mean something. I don't know.
Let me see what it is saying here.
Subliminally.
Yeah.
I bet you I know what it says. Let me guess. Fuck Trump?
I think that's exactly what it said. See, we saw for good here.
My message
the message went through, buddy. Message went through.
I can't. These next few weeks can't go by fast enough. I just can't.
Buddy.
I'm telling you, every day, I'm just thankful for one less number. Now we're down to 16. Tomorrow it's going to be 15. 15 days, baby.
And what are we up to? 27 million early votes?
Yes.
Yes.
This is a staggering. And on well, wait a minute. Before I get on my Johnny Fly, are you in here?
I am sure.
Shit, he got in it again. Damn it. Oh, well, we're happy to have you here, brother. Anyway, no, Johnny Fly, we're glad to have you.
Love you, John.
I love you too, buddy.
How's everything out in Pennsylvania?
Well, it's interesting as usual.
Interesting.
Yesterday I was driving down the road. Now we have a gun shop down the road.
Oh,
and
yeah?
you know who gets the guns, don't you?
Who gets the gun?
Yeah, of course.
They had a big rally going on there, and this one stupid asshole is standing right out in the middle of the road. If I would have been going faster, I would have knocked him right off the road.
Boy,
And of course, I slowed down when I got close to them. I have 2 Biden-Harris signs, one on either side of my back window. So I made sure I slowed down so they could see it.
That's right. That's right. If you didn't see it, yeah, here it is, brother. I wear my message on my chest every day. Anyway, Mama doesn't like it, but
I'm excited, John. I am excited. I think we are going to do it. I really think so.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I do too.
We got to keep pushing it and pedal to the metal all the way. We can't stop this shit.
It's y'all's enthusiasm that's making my anxiety go down when it comes to all this. So seriously, y'all are heroes for just doing that.
And I remind people,
because I'm nervous as shit.
If you're of a particular age, meaning me, you know, like this, I look at this. Where we are now is where we were when we were young, except it's not us now. It's the young. We see that. I see that movement rising up that I saw back then. Young people rising up. They got a voice. They want their message. You know, they're tired of they're tired of boomers. Except this time, hey, I'm all on your side, baby. But they want to change this country.
I wanted to say too. I got my ballot Friday, so today I filled it all out, put it in that secret envelope, and put that envelope in the bigger envelope. And tomorrow morning, I'm running it right up to the election bureau.
Outstanding, brother. Outstanding. I am so glad we
So,
have our
yep.
plan. We're going to vote
Democratic.
tomorrow. We're going to go.
That's right.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just waiting for you to tell me when
yeah,
you're ready.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I knew y'all was, so, I'm getting answers.
I'm ready to get it over with because, like,
I want to go.
As long as I don't have it in, it just makes me nervous.
I'm nervous.
So it's just like, just get it done and over with. That way I know my job's done.
I hope you guys... Well, I hope you guys don't have big lines tomorrow. Get up early, get your rest tonight, get up early, and go down and do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Are you shitting me? I'm going to have my camera with me. Can't take the camera in the booth up there, but I'll be in line for a little while, so we'll check in. I'll let y'all know.
Hey, Dad, you got a lot of catching up to do really quick, so
here.
before we get really into it, you may want to do that really quick.
All right, Big Meanie. That's a cool name. Donated $10 to Super Chat and said, I'm here in Central Florida with my mail-in ballot signed. I will be dropping it off personally because I don't trust the Republicans. Love your work, John. Big Meanie, we love you back, brother. Thank you very much for that.
Another one of those cool usernames. I love it.
Yeah, Big Meanie, baby. Yeah, don't fuck with me. Send Big Meanie over there. Anyway, Catman56, my friend Keith up in Minneapolis, donated $5 and said it's our time, our D-Day, storm the voting polls, baby. This is it, baby. We need to make a statement, and Keith's right. Storm it. Go. And Gary Spring donated 2 beaver bucks all the way down from Canada. Thank you very much, Gary Spring. We love your support, brother, up there in Canada. And Delfino, well, we got a lot of them. Y'all being so nice. Delfino Garza donated $10 to Super Chat and said, I may vote Trump and Democratic for all other offices because Obama let Bush off the hook, and I want Donnie in jail. Think about it. Pence can be removed too, and Nancy is president. I may vote Trump. No Democrats in office. I don't like to. Well, anyway, I may vote Trump and Democrat all the others because Obama let Bush off the hook. And I want Donnie in jail. Think about it. Pence can be removed too, and Nancy is president. That's the way it would work. Delfino Garza, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it tremendously. But rethink that.
John.
Rethink that. We got to get this gas out. We need every vote we can get. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear? I think it was yesterday at one of his rallies. He said, Trump said, if I don't win, he said, I think I may leave the country.
Yes.
I'm there. Go for it, buddy.
Yeah.
Go for
Why
it.
wait?
But you know
Why wait?
what?
Go now.
Yeah, but the thing is, we want to make sure he goes to prison before he leaves the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd pack his bags. I'll go drive him to the freaking airport. We'll pay for the freaking
but I want to
ticket.
see him go to jail.
I do.
I want him to go to jail first.
But I'd like to see him try to escape. I mean, he can't. But I'd like to see that drama play out. Ex-President Trump dashing through the airport trying to get on an airplane. Oh, well, look at here. TSA tackled his ass. You can't go. You got to stay here and face the justice, baby. Anyway,
that sounds like a soap opera in the
I'm on that line. If we have laws, if we have a constitution in a country of laws, as he claims, well, I'm a law and order president. Well, we got some law and order, baby. More precisely, we have a little truth and justice coming, baby. And his ass is going to be in a sling. All right.
Amen.
Let me get these last ones. Sarge Tech donated $5 through Super Chat and said, massive early voting in Georgia. Dems are pulverizing the vote, setting records. This feels like 2008 when Obama won. Trump can lick our boots. Amen, brother. Amen, Sarge Tech. Exactly. I'm getting that same feeling, but we can't let up on the gas, baby. And SD donated 25 beaver bucks all the way up from Canada, and said Canada is cheering you all on to get rid of the orange crap. Brother, we are working so hard to do exactly that. SD, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And our own Michael James donated.
Canada.
Yes, thank you. And Michael James donated $2 through Super Chat. Michael James, brother, thank you very much. Wow, I wished I could have lived part of your life. That other part, no. But man, like you, brother. Yeah, my path ain't all that smooth either. Anyway, We all walk a different one, baby, but we're all pushing in the same direction right now.
Yeah.
And that's where we got to get. And like y'all, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. Yeah. Come on, baby. Let's go. I'm ready. Rock and roll. Let's go.
I think it was Eric Olguin. He took to Twitter the other day and mentioned that.
Eric Olguin.
Yeah, he
down here in
mentioned that.
Texas.
I think what was it about in comparison to the vote 2 years ago, or I can't remember if it was the vote 4 years ago or 2 years ago. 70% of the turnout that was last time has already early voted in the last 4 days.
Eric Olguin has been out there hitting the.
Which
he's
is
like
insane.
Beto O'Rourke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Eric Olguin. Let me tell you something. This guy ran, and I supported him. I interviewed him. As a matter of fact, look at there. That's his picture. That's his. Oh no, that's me.
Yeah, hang on. Let me fix you.
That's him.
Right there.
There you go. That's me and Eric Olguin as I was interviewing him. Travis and several other camera operators were right off screen, filming us. The man, we tried hard to get him into Congress, but he lost the race. We tried to get Beto into the Senate. He lost the race by very narrow margins, and I am proud to know and support both of them because neither one of them quit. Neither one of them quit. They came right back and started hitting the trail again. Eric Olguin has been working in my district since 2018, I know. He works a whole lot with burn pit veterans and other social events here in Robstown and whatnot. And, you know, and the same thing about Beto O'Rourke. He stayed on the track. He stayed on the trail.
I'll never forget the town hall that we went to that day where almost every candidate disappointed the shit out of me except him.
I'm telling
you. He's a political leader in the works, and he's already
Both
done so much. Oh,
Eric
yeah, both.
Olguin,
Oh yeah, no, everybody knows Beto, but you know.
But Eric Olguin is somebody who steps up.
Yeah,
I'm proud to know the man. If you're down here in Corpus Christi in District 32, yes, Eric Olguin is your man.
And he's been the one going to Twitter and keeping people up to date of what places are still open for early voting. He made sure that everybody knew on Sunday.
He's always out there.
Today, the courthouse was the only place for early voting, and it's like
walking in neighborhoods, knocking on doors. You know, this counts. Like I said, we not only need the White House, the Senate, the House of Representatives. We need state houses. We need governors. We need mayors. Sheriffs are on the ballot. Judges are on the ballot. Think about when you go to vote, baby. Think about our society and how we have to live in this thing. Anyway.
John and Travis, you guys have both brought up something that I've been hypothesizing for a while that gives me hope.
What's that?
I think what we're seeing is I think the whole voter suppression, especially the monkey shenanigans they did with the post office, are backfiring.
Yes.
I think they are actually motivating people to get out there and vote. And I'm hoping... I'm just hoping it just goes in their face. I would love to see these machinations that they've been doing just blow up in their face.
Yeah, absolutely.
And motivate people like you're talking about, especially Beto, because I think Beto I think he's got some windows of opportunity here in the next 2 years, and I just hope they take advantage of it. It's an encouraging sign. Like with Travis, I'm more encouraged now. I'm still anxious, but I'm more encouraged.
Because America has recognized the con man, a loser businessman, a liar, just every derogatory term you could speak of that describes our president.
Did you see Joni Ernst, an interview she was doing with kind of debate with her opponent there in Iowa?
I know. I heard
about the price of corn and the price of soybeans.
I didn't see
you really
that
need to watch that clip.
I need to check that one out. I did see Amy McGrath out there with Mitch McConnell, and she's talking about healthcare and stuff, and he's over there chuckling. He's over there laughing.
Yeah, Mitch, that Grim Reaper image is going to. I don't think we'll be able to get rid of Mitch this time. I wish we would add a stronger candidate to go up against him, but he's ghoulish.
Yeah.
Moscow Mitch.
That's who he is, bro.
Hey, what do you guys think about the daughter of Giuliani? Isn't she the hero?
Oh, the clown.
That was great.
Yeah, the vampire.
Yeah, these daughters rising up against their parents.
Yes, his daughter is voting Biden. I love it when
Yeah,
when you get loud. And Don, Rudy has been proven, I guess, to be the useful fool for Russia. Because he's out there peddling Russia's shit, just like Donnie's nothing but a Russian whore. It is what he has been when he walked in the door. Russia owns his ass. Probably Saudi Arabia has a little, what's his name? Prince Slice and Dice over in Saudi Arabia.
Osama bin Slice and Dice.
That's him. Owns a piece of Donnie's ass. I'm sure a few people in the Arab Emirates own a piece of his ass. Turkey owns a piece of his ass. Are you shitting me? There's no ass left for America, baby. His ass is owned by everybody else except us, and he has demonstrated his willingness to kiss their ass over and over and over. I'm just talking to particular.
You know what, John? It's a shame that the young people have more common sense than the older people.
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
Yes. Yeah. Well, there's hope. There is, because we have seen more and more Republicans. We saw it today. Not today, but the other day with Ben Sass coming out and calling him calling him out for what he is. There are other Republicans and people that have served with him. John Kelly comes out and says he's the worst he's ever seen. What did he say? Bill, you remember exactly his words?
He said some horrible.
He said some terrible things. And
General Matters too.
Yeah. Now, where these people were when they were in office, when they could have stepped up and go, hey, the 25th Amendment here, somebody get it out of the closet. We needed it. We needed the Senate to stand up and do their job when we impeached his ass, and they failed to do it.
Well, John, it's not like I'm not slurring all young people, so I don't want anybody to get offended about that.
No.
It's just like that when the young people that are in government, like Giuliani, when his own daughter comes out and tells us to vote for Biden and Harris, what does that tell you? And yet my own brother, he's older in age, every time I go down there, like today I went down there to trim a bush, and it was like, he said, Biden, and he's so corrupt and this and that. I'm thinking, talk about corruption. I say, you better open your eyes.
I keep waiting for that when they keep on bringing up Hunter Biden. Are you shitting me? Let's bring out the Trump crimes. Let's roll the tape on the stealing from charities.
Right.
All the goddamn.
Well,
Go ahead.
I can say one thing: that entire laptop story is Russian compromise. I mean, if you want to look at the MO, it's typical FSB GRU. So it's the laptop is bullshit.
We had a whole investigation, and they hold it up, the Mueller investigation. They hold it up as a banner of proving he's innocent. Are you shitting me? It is a proof that he's guilty as crap. It shows that not direct link, but everybody in his cabinet worked for the Russians. Everybody in his on his campaign team had connections with the Russians. You tell me Russia's not in there. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
You let that guy in there?
Manafort got arrested for it.
I let them both in.
We have a badass in the room.
Hey, comrade.
Hey, badass. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm fine. Dave, how are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm glad I didn't miss you tonight. I just got into eating dinner, and I told Sally, I said, I'm going to go see if John's on.
And how is Sally? How is Sally?
He's fine.
Good.
She's fine.
Everything up in Chicago's just playing out good the way you wanted it.
Everything is good, and I've been here about 6 weeks now, and I haven't seen one Trump sign.
Outstanding, brother. You're in the right area.
Not one.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, David, I'm glad you're here, brother. Let me get SC Smith in here with us. SC down in Florida jumped in here too. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How's everybody doing?
We're doing fine as frog hair today. I'm telling you, everybody's in a good mood. I'm in a good mood.
Good.
I'm ready.
We're in a good mood.
I'm just sitting here like everybody else. I'm counting the days, watching the clock tick tock.
Yeah.
And, 16 days.
Yep.
Yep.
You load 16
and we'll
days.
See.
What do you get?
And we'll see. And we'll see how this holiday season turns out to be.
I mean,
yeah.
We,
Travis,
I feel. Go ahead, Hank.
Travis, only less than 16 days until it's the 30th October.
It's one of the few things that I'm like confident will be a decent event for anybody who doesn't know what Hank is referencing. Season 2 of Mandalorian's coming out.
I knew you would.
It's one of those things that I can look forward to and go, it's probably going to end up in my favor 110%. This election, it better end up the way I'm hoping for 110%. You know, I can't help but be nervous. You know what I mean? It's scary.
I have a special bottle of Jamaican rum here.
There you go.
Actually, it's Venezuelan. No, it's Venezuelan rum, and that will be opened when he loses.
There you go. There you
There
go.
goes the beard.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we just take scissors to it, like right when the results come in, and just snap.
Well, yeah, Travis, I feel a little of your nervousness.
Yeah, I think it's a natural emotion to feel, especially after last 4 years. You know, like the last election, it was something that everybody said it was going to be 100. You know, no worries. Yeah. You know, and I'm not saying that we're in a similar situation. There are far more people out there voting now than ever before. But it's just still one of those. 2020 has been a shit year, y'all. I'm afraid to tempt 2020 at all anymore and just be like, man, fuck it. It's finally gonna turn up, right? You know, so I'm just gonna be happy when this is all over.
2020 is like
we celebrate.
To shove a tank in the guy's mouth and shoot it.
Yeah.
Boom. Let this sucker go.
SC.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, SC, I got something to tell you. You're in the right state, brother. For all those people that are antsy about November 3rd, we may not know till the 4th, 5th, or 6th, but you're in the right state. I want everybody to watch Florida's returns because they are one of the few states that count their absentee ballots first, right up front. And we will know before midnight which way Florida goes. And if Florida goes blue, like I think that's a bellwether of things to come. So watch that barometer in Florida.
Well, my American friend here in my city in the Netherlands, Molly Ackerman, who is an artist who's from New York, she posted her mail-in ballot this week.
Outstanding.
Awesome.
She also voted
Outstanding.
I hope Florida does, and I think we've got a good chance. You know, I voted. I think I voted about 3 weeks ago. So I've already it's 3 weeks ago I voted.
This is time.
We got a lot of senior citizens that live in this state, and he's got them scared. When you start talking about taking away their Social Security, Medicare, stuff like that, and a lot of these people moved to Florida from up north to be able to retire and live a nice life. And if he starts threatening that, then that's the thing. And I think we got a lot of young people. And when we get rid of Trump, like I said before, the next thing is to get rid of DeSantis. And I don't think he has a chance.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, you're going to be getting.
Yeah, I don't think
getting all those ads down there from Lincoln Project is putting out that Social Security and Medicare ad for the next 10 days down there. That'll help a lot.
Yeah. Well, and then I think Gates. Gates will be gone.
I think.
Yeah.
There are states
that was pitiful
that are there's going to be a price to pay. Ron DeSantos in Florida. I think Brian Kemp in Georgia. Greg Abbott here in Texas. These are governors. They're going to pay a price for their bullshit come election when they come up for election. It's going to be watched to see not only the tide, the wave come in, but the tide's going to stay high for a while, baby.
Yeah. And you know how ridiculous it looked when he was in Ocala the other night, and he sat there called Matt Gaetz, who Matt Gaetz has been kissing this man's ass since he got there, and he's calling him Rick.
Baby.
He's calling him Rick Gates. Yeah, Rick Gates. He did it all night. Called him Rick Gates, not Matt Gates. And then he's kind of joking, I guess, but he threatens DeSantis. He's like, if we don't win Florida, he's like, you gonna help us win Florida, right, Ron? If we don't win Florida, I'm gonna fire you. I'll find a way to fire you. And they're all just sitting back laughing at it. It's like, dude, you think it's funny, but this man is serious.
He stood up on the stage in Michigan and implored the people of Minnesota to vote for him. Y'all, Minnesota, you need to vote for. You're standing in Michigan, you idiot. You know, he don't know where he's at. He talks about Biden. He's talked about Biden so much being senile. All Biden has to do is show up and he beats that bar. You know, Donnie just continues getting out there and just displays his ass and his ignorance.
If I walked around kissing anybody's ass for the last 4 years, the least they could do is know my damn name, my first name.
Well said, SC.
If my lips have been planted firmly to your ass for 4 years, I would want to know your name.
I would take it as an insult if you didn't. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Let me catch up here again. Y'all are being so kind. Ben Stroud donated another $5 and said a psychic today said that Trump was going to try to mess with the Electoral College. It is not going to work, and it's going to turn into an FBI investigation. Fuck Trump. Yep. I'll take the psychic words, but let me tell you, Donnie, I think, got wind of this shit because Donnie Jr., I think, was on Fox this morning talking about in the second term, Donnie's going to break up the FBI. Yeah, because they're investigating his ass. Because he's a dictator. Yes, he wants to destroy the FBI. He wants to take over the Department of Justice. He wants a dictatorship. Anyway, Delfino Garza donated $5 to Super Chat and said, if we reelect Trump with Democrat Congress, he won't know the box he is in until it's too late. It's a prison pill vote. I see where you're going now, Delfino. Here's the deal. Here's the insurance, baby, if you want to make sure. Vote blue down ballot, because if we take the Senate, and if by some damn Supreme Court decision or some shit he gets in there again, we need a Senate that will convict his ass for the criminal he is. So we need the Senate, baby. It is as important as the White House itself, baby. We need to get rid of Moscow's
McConnell also needs to be convicted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They all fucking need to be convicted.
Oh, look at there. Sergeant Tech turned around and donated another $5 and said, I really think that Beto and Bernie will be part of Biden's cabinet. All doors are open. Kick out the orange-brown stain. Trump is toast, baby. It's what we're going to do, baby. I'm telling you. I'm ready to shove our shit up their ass. I don't want to reach across the aisle except to slap the shit out of them. Gary Spring donated 5 more Canadian bucks down there from Canada and said, I look forward to seeing an adult in the White House. Me too, Gary. Me too, Brother Fly. And Johnny Fly donated $5 to Super Chat and said, I have high hopes that we are going to do this. I heard a comment today that we must work as if we are behind in the polls. No slacking up here. Fuck Trump. That's exactly what it is. Every day we think we knew the polls when Hillary was running. We knew it. We all woke up election day just knowing that Hillary was going to be elected, and it did not happen. But
John,
Joe Biden is not Hillary.
I don't know how else that Trump could win unless he really pulls something.
Oh, I don't know. Let's
devious.
stack the Supreme Court with a new judge. It ends up in Supreme Court, and Judge Barrett goes, "Oh yeah, Donnie's president." You know, I don't put anything past these people. We have to be.
That's why we need an
this is not going to be easy.
To vote.
Even if we win, the time between he gets elected and the time that he gets inaugurated is a time for this nation to worry, I believe. Because he is going to be a desperate, rejected man. And we all know how vain he is. Anyway, Gary Spring came back with 2 more beaver bucks. Are you shitting me, Gary? And said, fuck 2020. That's what he said. I'm right there with you, Gary. It's been a suck year for a lot of people, baby. And Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong, donated $5 and said, I agree with Travis. I don't trust 2020, so push the voters to vote blue. Your vote matters. There you go. So saith Diana Mallory.
Amen.
As my friend said today, go pull the palanca. Palanca. You know what the palanca is? El palanca? That's the lever. You know, in the old days, we used to go in there and the curtain would close and you'd pull a lever. You know, that's the way voting machines. Now.
Can you hack a lever?
I don't think so.
You don't think you can hack a lever?
I don't think so. You could go in there and hack a physical lever.
No.
I don't think you could go in there and play Space Invaders on the damn thing either because it ain't got a screen. I don't know. Like I said before, our voting system. We use one of these touchscreen things. I don't get shit. I don't get here's your vote. No, I don't get that. I get the touch screen, and I have to trust that that's my vote. I'm ready to dump my freaking thumb in ink, paint. I don't care what we do, but we got to get this right. And because what we're worried about here, I believe, is no matter what the vote count is, he is going to stream rigged. He's going to try. They are already in courts all over the United States trying to block mail-in votes. They're going to challenge every mail-in voting they have. They are going to get down and dirty and desperate in every attempt to try to steal this freaking election. So yeah, I have concerns because I don't trust Republicans. They don't do anything but lie, cheat, and steal. So yeah, we all have to be worried. We all have to vote. Every one of us gets out because we have to make it a landslide. Because anything else, the little orange orangutan will get upset about. And I don't really give a shit. What are you going to do if you don't accept the election? It ain't up to him. It's up to us. We, the people. That's the way the books, that's what the document says. We, the people.
Yep.
That's us.
Take his keys and change the nuclear codes.
Yeah, change the codes.
Please.
Take the keys from the house. And
Fast.
Get the tar and feathers out. I am telling you, there are so many people concerned, seriously concerned about, so much so as cities are preparing for election day, for the results, for violence, for people that is despicable to have happening in our country, and we've never been to that before. We've never done this before. But now,
I saw a rally being broadcast on Facebook, I think the other day. One of the actors, Misha Collins of Supernatural, he accidentally stumbled into this rally. He's a Biden fan, and these Trumpers at the rally were calling everybody up to vote because they would rather vote than fight, but fighting might be necessary. And these were all like these idiots with guns and pickup trucks like ISIS, but then American. Yeah. So I just hope the army is ready and the law enforcement is ready for bullshit after the election.
I believe that's what they're gearing up for right now. They're getting ready for that. They're preparing for it everywhere, and that's what I'm saying.
Vanilla ISIS.
But yeah, vanilla ISIS.
Sad, yeah.
Yes. That kills me because you hear it all the time. Let Muslims in there and they want Sharia law. Is there any difference between what they want and what the evangelical Christian want to do with our life? They want religious freedom laws. They want to pass laws. They want to do away with the Marriage Equality Act. There's so much they want to. They want to run your life according to their religion. But if you try to let somebody else run it, no, we can't have that. That's Sharia.
I once had a meme I posted on Facebook, which said the Second Amendment because we are all against tyranny, and then you saw an Apache helicopter behind the bush. Oh yeah, go ahead, punk, make my day.
Go ahead.
Y'all see Trump there in Las Vegas today at the church?
Yes.
Did y'all see that?
Yes, I did. Marcia pulled it up on her iPad. She said, "Look at this." I said, "Where are they?" She says, "In a church." And
what the hell is he doing?
Hope Hicks was in there, and I don't know. I'm not sure. Is that where that lady, Prosperity Preacher, that blonde-headed woman?
Oh, you're talking about White, Paula White.
Yeah,
Paula White.
Is she in Nevada?
I don't know. She might be. I'm not sure, but I know he was at this church, and I seen the clips of it. But then I seen like a thing on another thing on Twitter later, where there's a picture of all these people that were praying for him or whatever. And I'm like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, that's scary. And then I was like thinking, well, I wonder how many people are praying that his ass goes to jail, because some of the people, that might be their church, and all of a sudden here's Trump up in it, and it's like, oh God. There was people in there with their Trump hats on and stuff like that. But I just look at pictures like that and I try to think, well, how many of the people are praying for his ass to go to jail? And how many people are praying for him?
Oh, there are a lot of crazy people in the United States. I mean, I've even seen people praying to Trump as if he was the second coming.
Oh yeah. They're out there. Oh yeah, trust me, I know that.
I do.
Yeah, I mean,
a
you
bit
look at pictures, you kind of.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Every picture tells a story. Every picture's worth 1,000 words. So I looked at that picture and I just thought to myself for a second after I thought that's scary. It's just like, well, maybe some of those people are praying for his ass to go to jail. So. I'm just saying it was, and he wasn't there because he wanted to be there.
I know my prayers don't go anywhere, but I'm praying for justice. I've said it for a long time. When I listen to that man stand up there and declare that he is a law and order president, we need a law and order country. What we need in this country is truth and justice. If you give the people those, law and order will follow. But if you deny truth, if you deny justice, then the people will not be lawful. They will not live orderly lives. They will live miserable lives under a tyrant. Truth and justice comes first, because that's what the promise of our Constitution is.
Amen.
Well, that's just Johnny's excuse to, exercise power and be a dictator. Law and order. It's not, and it's not in the traditional
on damn TV
sense.
this morning talking about getting rid of the FBI. Tell me he doesn't want to.
Really?
Yes. Go look it up. Don, I don't know what show he was. He was on Fox, and they were talking about investigations in these investigations that didn't go anywhere. What was it? The unmasking, the spying, and all the other shit that he's been spewing out. They didn't find it, so we need to do away with the FBI.
John,
he probably
people
wants
like
a new organization called the Gestapo.
Yeah, shit, exactly. No, we keep showing references. What's that, Johnny Fly?
People like my brother, or people that have been around a long time that know the difference between right and wrong, and what's good and what's bad, and what's just and unjust. How could they listen to this guy saying he's threatening to do something to the FBI, get rid of it or whatever, and still agree with him? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They are seriously brainwashed.
Yeah.
I had a friend, if I may say, today, I went over, I was talking to him, but he's a diehard Trump, and when I mentioned, he saw the signs on my car and all, and I tried to reason with him. For a moment, I thought I was getting away with reasoning with him, but he said some nasty stuff about Kamala Harris and all that. When they don't have an answer to what you say, it's easier to call names and degrade people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their MO.
That's where they go.
That's exactly the reason that I snoozed two of my American friends who are Trump fans. They have become more and more erratic lately on Facebook, stating really bullshit things like America's going socialist, communist. Well, I'm European. I am European, and we know what socialism is, and we know what communism is.
Yeah.
You do not. Most of the Americans do not. Most of the Americans who have not read Karl Marx or any book on the subject do not know what it is. It's just like a threatening thing. It's a word. Yeah. So I snoozed them for 30 days.
They remember hearing it in history. Ooh, socialism. No, we can't be that. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
You got a fire station near you, police department, roads, shit like that.
Paid for by taxes.
Paid for by by socialist taxes. Yeah.
You would think, hey, we're paying taxes, sure. If they're defining the government being involved, then I guess there's parts of socialism involved. But that's a good thing.
Well, that's when you come in with the fascist idea of the corporations. They decide, what goes on in our government because they're the important things that they make the money.
That's why. That's why CETA
and our
is
government
so
is controlled by that, by Wall Street, by what the wealth. And let me catch up here. I got my mind all going. Delfino Garza donate. Go ahead.
Go on.
Okay, let me get this caught up again here. Delfino Garza donated another $5. Thank you, sir. And says I'm being sued by the feds because I won't let them build a wall on my land. I want his head on a pig pole. If Biden wins, Donnie will claim it's rigged. Yes, he will, but it won't give a shit. He can claim it all day long. I'm with you. I want to see his ass locked up for the crimes. If we have laws in this country, if we have laws, then that's the exact outcome that should happen. He should be charged with the crimes he's already committed. New York State can't wait to get their hands on him. He has committed crimes in oh, shit. Anyway, Miss Linda Hinchrock Cram, Mary Ellen, donated $5 through Super Chat and said, all votes matter. Vote early, vote often, and fuck Trump. That's exactly it. Vote early. Get out there and do it, baby. It'll make us feel better. Dolores Grant donated $5 through Super Chat and said, vote blue like your life depends on it, because it does. Indeed, it does. Our society is depending on it. Tammy Ames donated $2 through Super Chat and says, here she goes. Steelers versus Cowboys, 3 weeks, and I will be calling you. I am sure we will be having discussions in 3. Tammy Ames, I love you, darling. Yeah, until that day. And then here we go. But I barely got to see a little bit of the Texans and Titans. Let's don't talk about that either. Anyway, Diana Mallory donated $5. The bequeather of the Gong donated $5 and said, did anyone catch the debate between Joni Ernst and Teresa Greenfield? Joni Ernst blew it. Teresa nailed it. I did not see it. I've heard about it. Thank you, Diana Mallory. I want to go watch it because that's what I understand, that Joni Ernst got her ass stomped on. And Teresa Greenfield is coming up, baby. We have opportunities here like we've never had before. Tim Torkelson came back, donated $5 and said, floats like an elephant, stings like a flea. Nobody spews more lies than the con man Donnie T. Fuck Trump. I didn't hit that. I like that, Tim. That's pretty good. Get a little rhyming going there. And Johnny Fly came back and donated another $10. Johnny Fly, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it. And Simono has subscribed to our, I hope I got that right, Simo, has subscribed to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, brother. And Southern and Crazy has subscribed to our YouTube. Southern and Crazy. I like that. That describes, yeah, that describes me. Southern and Crazy. Welcome to the family, both of you. We're glad to have you. Yeah, Cowboys play tomorrow. Gary Atkins just reminded me. Texans did play today. Me and Mama caught the last part of the game, tied up, and then the other team won. Anyway, that's your sports update. I get to watch the Cowboys tomorrow if I get a chance to, but yeah, 3 weeks, I guess. I didn't know, but Tammy Ames is out there making sure I do. No, in 3 weeks we meet up.
Could be worse, John. You could be a Niners fan like me.
Oh, Lord. Really? We all have a cross to bear, brother. I'm telling you. I'm taking it on the chin. I'm taking it on the chin with my Cowboys.
Hey, I think that's the one day I'm going to be a Steelers fan.
One day you're going to be. Tammy, what his address, Tammy? I'll see.
What sports are you talking about?
American football.
American football.
American football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the big game.
It's sports ball, man.
Sports ball.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's all the same. It's sports.
They got a ball.
Is
that the game where these bodybuilders have to wear protection because otherwise
Cowboys
they might get hurt, unlike Australian football, where there are real men?
Yeah. What is that? That's what is it? What is rugby?
Rugby.
Oh shit, that stuff looks rough.
That's a rather rough game.
Yeah,
that's like tough stuff there.
Yeah, no shit, no pads, no helmet, no nothing.
That one was for Aussie Dave.
There you go.
I see not long ago there is a group of people in the country that are playing football right now without the pads, no helmets, nothing.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
I mean these guys are full on like yeah, you would think that they had the pads and all. It's like, my God, what is because rugby is, it's a rough physical sport, but it's not as fast paced as the American game of football.
Yeah, true.
Right. So and these guys, they bust their heads up because they're down there kind of like wrestling around and stuff. And but yeah, it's rough. But I mean, can you imagine running at some of the speeds that these NFL players do and making full contact with one another
With no
without pads or anything like that? Yeah, that's especially not a helmet. I mean, I can no helmet. My God.
Tough.
Yeah.
Jeez. No.
A lot of stretchers.
Yeah.
I mean, even Australian football players do wear helmets, but they're not really helmets. They're like a leather thing around their ears and
like
head.
what we use.
Yeah.
What is
Like
it?
what
Just
we
like yeah, it'll protect you. It's gonna give you some comfort. You got something around
Well, it
your
looks
head.
it looks a little bit like an A-wing pilot's helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Star Wars logic for anybody out there who didn't get A-wing pilot. I'm just saying.
You still got to be tough as shit to do it.
Hell yeah.
They
Definitely
had
not my
a,
sport.
They just had a Star Trek themed event for the Democrats.
What?
Yes, they were talking about today. I was on the Tim Cormal show, and I had a great time on the Tim Cormal show with Joe Santorsa. Kathy was out in California, and Seth down in Georgia, and myself. We had a wonderful time, and as soon as I can remember why I said that.
Star Trek.
Oh yeah, they were
Star
talking
Trek.
about the Star Trek, and he played a clip from it.
Really?
Yes, as a matter of fact, somebody famous. Look at here, just to prove my shit. Maybe you could. Let me see. Show notes for Sunday. Let me see right there. Where's
So
the
what is
show
this
notes?
Star Trek? I've never heard of Star Trek.
You haven't heard of
before.
Star Trek?
No,
It was
I've
a
never
thing
heard
back
of
in the
Star
day.
Something
Way back in the day.
Federation.
Yeah.
thing.
Wasn't it?
Boldly go
The Space
somewhere.
movie.
Is that one where that one guy that does all those commercials got into a really slow, awkward fight with that alien that one time? I'm just saying.
No,
It's
no,
meme-worthy.
No, he doesn't do.
Did
he
you ever
doesn't
hear
do
of Captain Kirk before, Travis?
Captain,
This is-
like Dunkirk or what?
Well, no, Captain Kirk.
I'm
It's
just kidding.
My
I'm-
sarcasm meter's going off the rails
I've
here.
I forgot what season I started to watch, but I grew up thinking I would never like Star Trek. Then I started watching one of the
I've seen
seasons.
all.
I can't remember which one, and I was actually digging it. So I just got to give it
There
another.
you go. Number 11 is
Yeah.
the sound bite
Okay.
from that Star Trek.
Okay, play it.
Read that. What that says.
Okay. Captain Janeway and Counselor Troy explain
Wow.
what they do to Trump at Star Trek themed Biden event.
Yeah. So they were explaining what they.
I don't think I can hook it up to the board without unhooking one of us. So
Well, to be honest,
I'll shut up for a minute.
Counselor Troy, the actress Diana Sirtis, who is a Greek-British lady.
Yes.
She
was on.
does not hold her tongue. So
No.
it'll
She
be
did.
quite rough.
She didn't
what
in
she
this
said.
one either.
wait, was
Oh,
this
Marina Sirtis.
was this on Tim Cormal's show today?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, in that case, why don't we just point people to listen to Tim Cormal
Yeah,
to where
you
they
can
can hear
listen
it?
to the Tim Cormal show.
I'll check
I
it out.
shared it on Facebook.
Let me try to get a link and I'll put it into the
You
YouTube
can
chat.
you can find it wherever you find podcasts. Look for the Tim Cormal show. He hails from Washington D.C. Currently up in Pennsylvania right now because of
Well,
COVID.
John, they can
I'll
just
probably-
type
I'll
in
probably-
timcarmel.com too.
Yes, you can go to timcormal.com.
Right.
Tim has Joe Santorsa who does Turn Up the Night with Kenny Pick. You can look for that also. They do a wonderful job. Joe Santorsa does an outstanding job. I love the guy. He is just a wealth of comedy coming out of that man's mouth, and I like playing off of him. So every time I get a chance to go on Tim's show, that I'm really looking forward to that clown car episode. And today it was about an app that you could download to your phone. This is for Trumpers to make you sound more intelligent. You know, when a CNN anchor comes up and asks you something in line, and you don't want to sound stupid, so there's an app for that. It's called the ARSE app, and I can't remember what that stands. But the acronym is it's an ARS or AS app. So you download it, and then you speak into it when a reporter asks you something. You speak into it, and it translates your ignorant answer into more acceptable language. And he had several examples of that, not just. But he said that way when the CNN asks you a question, that you can talk out your ass and you won't sound so stupid. So, anyway, it was for Trump. He's always coming up with something really comical, every week for the clown car, and because that's what we have, a clown car, and every day there is something that happens. Every week he does one a week. Every week, there's some kind of bullshit that we can all get a good laugh of, whether it be talking out your ass or a fly that happens to land on your head. He will have a great time with it. But anyway, yeah.
I'm going ahead and I posted it on the in the YouTube chat and in the main discussion chat over there on Discord. Everybody can go check it out there, and all that good stuff.
Yes, I enjoy. I was not scheduled to be on this time. But somebody else couldn't make it, so he called and asked me if I'd step in. And you bet your ass, Tim, anytime you call me, go on, I'm on, brother. Spread the message.
John, you and Joe really hit it off good, too. You do that a good job between you and Joe.
It's a thing now anytime I'm on there, because I really do enjoy playing off of it.
It's expected now.
Yeah, sort of. I hope Joe says he enjoys it, because after the show, we talk, and he says he enjoys it tremendously, so I go with the flow, and whatever Joe pulls out of his ass, I go right along with it. Enjoy the shit out of it. But anywhere you can get there's so many. I'm on the Bob Kincaid show occasionally. There on Fridays. I go show up on Friday on the front porch. I enjoy that tremendously. Sparky and the gang over there run a tremendous show. Everywhere I go, people are speaking out, and I just enjoy seeing this wave rising up, so I'm lucky in that respect that I get to go visit around with other people that are doing the same thing. But my big thing is they're all from nowhere. They're nobody. They're just like me. They're nobody.
Everybody was a nobody at one point. But then again, everybody is a somebody.
Everybody.
So don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. You're a fucking somebody.
Every voice counts, man.
That's right.
Every voice counts.
Every voice counts. Every voice.
Why do you think everybody's begging you to go out and vote? It's because it does matter.
It does matter.
Amen.
Amen.
Every vote matters. You got that right.
Yeah. So, what have y'all been doing? Voting is the answer.
Guys, I'm not sure if I pronounce this correctly, but this is a message about Donald Trump, and it goes something like this.
Afford to bet with you.
Which means in Klingon, Trump needs to be castrated.
There you go.
He's a cowardly human.
Damn.
How do you find them little balls? How do you find them little balls to castrate that thing? Lord have mercy. Just shoot in there amongst them. It'll knock something out of there. Shit.
I'm sorry to cut in, but the moment you said, so what are y'all doing? I just love Tim Torkelson's response in the chat. Been smoking weed. Sativa.
Sativa here.
Just like...
The great discussion. Sativa or indica?
An honest man.
There you go.
I'm right there with you, Tim.
I've got a fine select Cavendish.
So what you been doing? Just sitting here listening to you, smoking weed.
I love it.
Well, that's the only right way to do it.
It sounds like a prerequisite for listening to John. Smoke some weed.
Some people say it helps. We have an indica. We have indica fan out there.
He comes back and says, "Okay, doing the laundry."
I'm more of a sativa until in the evening, and then you want to, in the couch. You want to sit in the couch. Anyway, that's what I hear. Yeah, people are saying. I read it on the internet. That's the ticket.
Must be true.
It's true.
Is
I
it?
read it on the internet.
I read it on the internet, brother. Well, it is one of the big things that the people will be looking at. When Joe Biden wins, Kamala Harris said it herself, they're going to decriminalize marijuana, and they need to.
They have to.
They have to.
They fucking
give it up.
have
Give
to.
it up.
They will.
It's an absurd. You've ruined enough lives with your petty shit on pot. I can understand heroin. If you're fighting, you want to have that kind of drug war. Well, I'm more of the line of, well, hell, if you just give it to them, give them a place to go, they'll eventually get over it somehow, and we'll help them. But to criminalize
look,
a person's,
as long as alcohol is legal,
you ain't got an argument.
That's and I'm not saying that to shit on alcohol. What I'm saying though is I've seen people shit-faced drunk, and I've seen people stoned. I don't get why the people who are stoned, that's illegal. I don't understand that. Ain't at all.
Me neither.
Someone tried to.
That's one of my greatest disappointments in my life, because I came to marijuana late in life.
Yeah.
Was I was raised with it being the terrible gateway drug to heroin and meth.
Right.
And compared to being drunk, the effects of marijuana are nothing.
Are minimal.
Right.
You know what the gateway to other drugs is? It's the people you choose to hang around.
That's
Amen. Jesus Christ, yes.
And if you put yourself in a situation with that kind of people, then there's a good
If you're
chance that
looking
can
around
happen
and
to
seeing
you.
somebody shoving a needle in their arm, get out of that place. That's not a good place for you to be.
No.
Move on down. Somebody will pass you a joint.
You are the gateway to your own decisions.
They are.
So,
Exactly.
I guess.
Oh, I've never done anything like that.
Well, you know what really is the proof that marijuana is not a gateway drug? The Netherlands. We have had semi-legal marijuana for years and years and years, and we've got less heroin and hard drug addicts as any other country in the world.
Yeah. You can look at the way other
because of our
countries.
attitude.
Portugal stands out. The way
We also have really good rehabs.
Plus, and this is important, education, and more education.
Yes.
In our secondary schools, drugs are spoken about freely. There are people from organizations coming to explain what drugs do, how drugs work, what kind of drugs there are,
and inform
which are
society.
good, which are bad,
but you don't lie to them.
Used.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I remember a couple years back, one of the sheriffs here, really, Third County, Polk County here in Florida, and they got a sheriff. I don't know how long he's been there, but his name is Grady Judd, and he was talking in this interview when someone mentioned, to ask him about marijuana legalization or whatever. I don't know how it came, but I remember he saying, "Well, I just don't want to walk around knowing that I'm walking into Starbucks with a whole bunch of stoners around me." And I'm just thinking, buddy, you already are.
You already are, dude.
And
You can't go anywhere. You're surrounded by them already. You know that guy that just got the award in your office? Probably stoned on his ass, brother. Anyway.
The same goes for sex education. I mean, we have less teenage pregnancies than any other nation in the world. Why? Because we start very young with sex education about reproductive things, how you do it, or not exactly how you do it, but basically how it works.
Yeah.
And that is, and we have condoms in every shop, in every store, in every supermarket that you can buy them.
Regular Sodom and Gomorrah, I'm sure.
Yeah. But no kids.
Yeah.
You're
going to hell.
I just want to point this out because I'm seeing a lot of comments pouring in, and this is the biggest thing to me is marijuana is a fucking medicine, and a lot of people have extreme benefits.
Extreme benefit
from marijuana, and the fact that you can tell someone that
they're my brother, Vietnam veteran, combat, PTSD. Yeah, take away his pot. No, I don't want to be around him. Shit, no.
They try glaucoma too, which
I
have.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing. I think someone once put it. It's like I'd rather be illegally alive than legally dead.
There you go.
And that's that line always just sinks in so deep.
I think
it's 2020, y'all. We shouldn't be talking about this shit. But then again, 2020 is a fucking
because I remember
nightmare.
saying that in 1975.
Yeah.
Many on Facebook will have seen the video of the British man who has kind of a cerebral palsy disease in which he trembles constantly. He can't walk until he smokes pot, and then he can finally sit down calmly and get a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It's a very important video. I will try and send it to you via PM.
So it's a big help for mental health, like depression and all this other shit. It's like I don't understand it.
In states where it's already been cleared for medicinal purposes.
As someone who has had experience with mental things, marijuana can be, under the right circumstances, a very good way to alleviate some mental stress.
Right.
However, if you do not do it with friends, if you do not do it in a controlled environment in which things are happy, it will strengthen your emotion. That means that if you are feeling sad or depressed and you start smoking marijuana in large quantities, you will not get happier because the problem is still there. If you do not work on the problem will stay there, and it will get stronger because of the fact of the drug. So it doesn't mean that a drug is bad. It means that the situation in which you smoke it or take it should be prevalent.
They have medicines. They have medicines. They prescribe the same medicine for several different illnesses.
Right.
It never helped me with depression. What it helped me with was anxiety.
Yeah.
I think that's
very hard to be anxious.
And see, that's the reason why I wish I lived in a legal state, because I would be. Look, I don't have too much experience with THC. I have a lot of experience with CBD, and CBD helps me a lot. The few times I've smoked THC, my body doesn't react to it too great. It's not for me. But then again, there's so many different strains and types of THC out there that you can get, indica, sativa, all that other shit. But when you live in a place where it's illegal and you can't just go, well, I'm going to go find this in particular thing to help me with my anxiety, my stress and all that.
And in legal states, you can go to a dispensary and they have exactly that.
When you live in a country that won't even legalize it for study, that's what pissed me off.
Yeah,
we still classify it to make it almost impossible to study. You can't even get good studies going for it.
Yeah.
So
Let me tell you guys an anecdote from the 90s. I was a student, and we lived in a student's dorm here in the Netherlands. Of course, everybody smoked pot. So we get these American exchange students, all under 21. So the first day they came, they went drunk. No problem. They're under 21, they need to drink. And then a few of these guys bought marijuana, but they bought Dutch quality marijuana, and they wanted to smoke it pure. So we warned them, don't smoke it pure. No, we can handle it. We've done it before in America. 10 minutes and they were passed out on the couch.
You say a story like that, and I just look at Dad going, yeah, look, Willie Nelson. Are you saying you can hang tight with Willie Nelson? I'm just saying, like.
Do you think I could hang tight with Willie Nelson?
No.
Oh yeah.
I would take that challenge in the heartbeat.
Oh well, I'm not saying don't take the challenge. I'm just saying, no, I don't think so. Not as an insult. Just it's Willie Nelson.
I'm sure Willie's.
Snoop Dogg can't keep up with Willie Nelson, Dad. Snoop Dogg can't keep up with Willie Nelson.
A lot of smokers will know this. A lot of marijuana smokers will know this. But if you start on one joint or two joints or three joints, it's funny. It's nice. It's hilarious. And the more you smoke, the less it works.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The more you smoke, the less it works. Which means you need to smoke more to make it work.
Yeah,
that's the way it goes.
Completely sober. I mean, it really doesn't work.
Just like,
yes, sir.
Never ever use it with alcohol. Never ever use it with alcohol.
Yeah,
do not get drunk, because you will end up with a double ender. And I'm not explaining what that is.
Did you ever end up finding that video?
No, I have it. I have it right here in the chat that I need to bring up because I know you wanted me and Dad to watch it, and I wanted to watch it. After we talked that last time, me and Rose have been completely not renovating. What's the word? Reorganizing our entire house, moving furniture out, cleaning up, getting rid of shit that we don't need, just trying to not necessarily live minimalistically, but more like we got too much shit in the house that's just in the way, and we're trying to open up because me and Rose are not to get too far off topic, me and Rose are planning to do some streams pretty soon. I'm trying to get room in there for all my equipment and shit to be set up to where we don't have to keep deconstructing it every time we're not using it or whatever. So been busy for the last week or so.
So Travis, it was not you who posted this message on Facebook yesterday that his wife or his partner wanted him to get rid of his Star Wars collection.
No.
Too cluttery in the
Dude,
house. So
are you
now
kidding
he offered
me?
his wife.
Me and Rose are ultimate nerds and love Star Wars. So no, we'd be sharing that shit.
There was a guy offering his wife because his wife told him that he got rid of that she wanted. Yeah,
that's so sad.
Asked,
no, the good thing with me and Rose is all the nerdy shit we love. We have a huge collection. All of our guitars. I'm not the stereotypical dude in the relationship where you have too many guitars. No, she has more guitars than I do.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of guitars.
It's a competition down there. I
no,
swear.
we just have one big happy family. Are you kidding me? Like,
but you've got all sorts. You got drums, keyboards, you got guitars, ukuleles, banjos.
Yeah. She has way more of the folk instruments than I do. A lot of smaller guitars and ukes and slide guitars and all that. She has all the interesting stuff and. I got all the most.
Does she also
guitars.
have one of those silver ones? Does she also have one of those
Resonator? No, not yet, but it's on the list. Trust me. Whenever COVID's not a thing and we can get back to normal life, we got a whole list of things we just want to get.
Cool.
Speaking of lists, let me catch up
Yes,
right
please
here.
do.
Delfino Garza donated $5 super chat and said, "Indica, but I got none. I need a real free country." I'm right there with you, brother. Yeah, I don't even get to make a choice. What we got is what do you call it? Pot. That's it. That's what you get here. Anyway, Ben Stroud just donated $2 and said, "Biden said let's make weed legal. Fuck Trump. It's a thing." And Tammy Ames is just trying to rub it in my face. Donated $2 to Super Chat and said, "Want to wager? LOL, Steelers will be 8-0 in 3 weeks." Yeah, I'm thinking Steelers are looking mighty good. No, I don't want to bet.
I think she just wants to hear her gong again.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Has nothing to do with the gong. Has nothing to do with the donation. It has everything to do with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, Amy Werner out there. Go Steelers, baby. I'm letting my other friend up in Pittsburgh, up in Pennsylvania know. Yes. These people, these Steelers fans, baby, they're serious about their shit, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Tammy is actually in Pennsylvania right now. I think she might be somewhere else.
Hey, John.
Yeah, I'm looking at the.
You should say that too about the Eagles. You should be praising the Eagles up too.
The Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, is that your team, Johnny?
Yes.
Are you shitting me? I got people over here saying "fuck Cowboys."
You know what would be cool, guys? You know what would be cool?
Of course, I got to go kiss off.
A new football team that is only playing when they are stoned, and you call them the Legals.
The Legals?
The
There
Legals.
you go. Let's play ball, baby.
That is a high idea if I've ever heard one before. Well done.
Yeah, that's right, Roger B. I just seen a chat. In Texas, there are two kinds of pot. You got some or you don't got some. That's the two kinds we have down here. You got some? No. Fuck. Anyway. Yes, pot should be on the ballot. Pot should be in the discussion. Because the more we continue as a society to treat it as a crime, then we create criminals. And I always like to throw in, remember, God put it there. Okay? I'm just saying. It's right there. You don't do anything to it. It grows. You look at it. You go, hey, smoke that. So what's the problem?
Gee, I wonder if that would be
criminals.
Well, every other drug you have to refine, except mushrooms. And I see somebody asked me a minute while ago, have you ever done shrooms? I said, no, never done a shroom.
Hey, John, I often wonder if Trump, I wonder what it would do to Donald Trump if he smoked some pot. Would that calm him down a little bit?
That man needs a, That
He
man
needs to-
needs a
he-
big.
No, he needs to go on a trip of DMT and get some fucking empathy in his body. I heard a lot of people going on
Empathy.
DMT.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what he needs?
You know-
I saw the advertisement for some new 5-hour empathy. comes in a little shot glass. You can drink it.
The problem is that if Trump would be on marijuana, his ramblings would be the same, but they would be a lot slower.
Yeah.
Maybe
more like I have a really big mind, and I'm very clever.
Have you seen
very stable?
Who does the video of Trump slow down? Is it Jimmy Kimmel? Slows down Trump's rants. So
it's Jimmy Kimmel.
Thank you, Delfino Garza.
Slurring.
I found a new friend, Delfino Garza. He didn't even have to donate. Donated $2 to Super Chat and said, hey. He said, hey, this is Texas. Cowboys all the way. Thank you. Where's my...
Oh,
Go. Thank you,
Let's bring the discussion to a slightly more serious point about the criminal justice system, since we were talking about legalizing marijuana and not putting people in prison for marijuana.
Yeah, let's don't do that.
What is your stance on the fact that they now, they are going to kill a murderer of a woman who killed a woman, ripped out her baby. Really horrible crime.
Horrible crime.
And they're going to syringe her to death. Here in Europe, we abhor the death penalty. We think life imprisonment without parole is much better. In the Netherlands, actually, life means life. So you do not get out, you will die in prison. So what do you think?
Well, I live in Texas,
this,
so Texas, we have an express lane. We'll kill you real quick.
I got one thing to say about that because it's happened just recently here a couple years ago, or about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago now. But we had this guy that got guilty of a couple murders, and this guy's already in I think he was like 75, and they gave him the death penalty. Okay, he did some bad shit, but the death penalty at 75, because I got some good friends that their sister was murdered back in 1997, and the guy that killed her is on death row, and he's still sitting there. And the amount of money it takes for a taxpayer to pay for someone on death row compared to someone in life in prison, it's substantial. There's a big difference. And then when you take someone that's already 75 and you give them the death penalty, I'm kind of like, well, no.
You give them the death penalty, they have a private suite for the next umpteen years until they get around to killing your ass.
It's a touchy subject.
Morally speaking, I don't like the death penalty. The argument becomes, well, how heinous the crime? And we've seen in our society very heinous crimes. So the depth of the crime is almost a moot point nowadays, because you're grading a death. And
it's not really a deterrent. It doesn't deter people.
It doesn't deter crime. The death penalty has never deterred, I don't believe, anybody from killing somebody. Well, if you do that, they're going to kill you, Bob. Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm pissed off anyway.
Well, I think, John, that it's a crime of passion at the moment. Not maybe that somebody didn't they didn't really want to kill somebody, but out of passion or anger, it happened.
Well, it's premeditated. The whole thing was premeditated. If you planned it out, blah blah blah. But if it was something just a situation happens and you killed someone, but as far as I understand, it's always been like it had to be premeditated. Here in Florida, I know it had to be planned out.
I grew up in Louisiana. In Louisiana, life meant life. If you got life, you're going to die there. That's the deal. And I think that's that's more what life. If you killed somebody, if you committed murder, and you're going to pay that for that price, you're going to prison, and you will never get the fuck out.
Don't they send you to Angola?
Yes, they do.
But we also have
Angola State Penitentiary, and you ain't coming out.
Yeah.
Your ass is not coming out.
In the Netherlands,
they bury you
I
there.
don't know if you have it in America. We have a system in which a verdict is sentencing is passed, like 2 years in prison or 5 years in prison, but then they combine it with committing them to a lunatic asylum. Oh, well, not asylum. I mean a loony bin, and you will also never get out of that because the psychiatrists there have to look at you.
My views
if you're
are
really
on,
crazy, and if you're crazy, you don't get out ever.
when I was young, I got into trouble. I got locked up for a long time, and that is the part of my life when I witnessed most of the violence, most of the hatred, most of the violent nature of people, and that never escaped me. I saw kids in there that had done nothing hardly, and they were going to be in there for years. I guarantee you, by the time they come out of there, they're not going to be nice little kids. They're not going to be people that are going to contribute to society. They're going to be hardened in places like that. Anyway,
you talk about Angola.
Angola is what they threatened us with. When I was in LTI, that's if you got out of hand, that was the next place you were going. It's right down the fucking road.
Did any of y'all ever see that movie Monsters Ball? It's from like the late '90s with Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's one of those movies that's very deep. It was a good movie, but it's one of those movies that I'm like, if I don't ever watch it again, I'll be happy.
You'll be happy. Yeah, you'll be fine.
And it kind of hits on that. I mean, from the whole being on death row to doing that job and that was a crazy movie. Crazy movie.
When I had spent about maybe, I don't know, when they sent me into this place, LTI, probably about 3 months after I was there, I decided, this place just isn't my cup of tea. I don't like the beatings, and they're really mean to you, and the food sucks. And so me and two other fellas decided we're going to leave. Yeah. That started the misery in my life, and it taught me many, many lessons of what constitutes a decent human being. Not, we're talking at a basic level. Don't ever underestimate that.
Plus of course, with the death penalty, the problem is that a lot of people have been killed who were innocent.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get off
some
that
of
one.
these people killed were innocent.
Dad, I'm going to let you fly the ship really quick because
I can't fly. I don't have a license.
Well, that's okay. Actually, John, I fly. I need you to take the stick for a second. I got to grab something because
take the stick, son.
The chat started talking about bases, and I finally got the okay to finally show my base on the internet. So I'm going to go grab my base so I can.
Gonna go get your base?
Yeah, I'm going to go get my base. No, I got a special base. Hang on, I'll go get it.
Oh, is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll like this. I like this. It's one of
I'll be this. Okay, I like to see this.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a special base.
Oh man.
Is it a base in the shape of the Millennium Falcon?
No, but I like the theme that this is done on. He's got a friend. Well, Travis, his first job was at first job, second job. Shit, I don't know. He worked at the place called the Guitar Morgue, and he learned a lot about guitars. And one of his best friends now did most of the repairs on guitars, restored guitars and stuff like that. So Travis was in, because Travis was already into music anyway. So I was happy he got that job because it played right into what he enjoyed. And they say if you do what you enjoy, you never work a day in your life. Ain't that what they say?
Yep. That's what they say.
I've worked my ass off all my life. So I guess that tells you.
Well, John, what I want to ask you now is when it's for sure that Trump loses, I want to know, are you going to throw a big party that night or what's going to happen?
Well, we will be, we will. Thank you, Delfino Garza. We appreciate that, brother. Welcome to our Patreon family. Thank you. And Anthony Stevenson has subscribed to our YouTube channel. So one for Delfino and one for Anthony. Outstanding. Our family grows all the time. What were you saying, Johnny Fly?
I was just going to say, what are you going to throw a big party when Trump loses?
Well, like I said, Tuesday, November 3rd, is a family meeting night anyway. So we're going to be right here on election night. You know the deal. The beard doesn't come off until Donnie is gone. Not because Biden wins, but because Donnie is gone. So that comes in January 20th. I want to hang on to it. Like, yeah, I'm attached to this thing nowadays. Shit.
Yeah, you're gonna go to try a twist and nothing's there.
I'm afraid to see myself without it. It's been so long since I've seen myself without a beard. I don't know what. Y'all may not like me.
At least now you
Good
know what
Lord,
you had in
Margaret,
your
look at him. He's ugly as shit. Turn the damn thing off. I can't look again. That's what I'm afraid of.
Just go tea, John. That'll work.
Well, now I've stipulated. The mustache ain't going nowhere. Mustache ain't been off my nose since I was 21 years old. So it stays.
Yeah, you ain't got to completely shave. Yeah,
No.
just cut it down.
Well,
yeah.
We were talking the other day about the possibility of cutting it right down the center here, clean, and then just leaving it like a big long mustache, like a Fu Manchu or something like that. And I don't know. It is. It has become. Marsha's wondering, well, what are you going to play with when it's gone? Well, I don't know. I guess I'll sit there and stroke my chin a lot.
Why not make it into one of those? I don't know the word for it. I mean, one of those 19th century beards that are also a mustache.
Oh yeah,
What's the name
wax
for
it
that?
up and bring it out. Yeah, we could do that shit. Oh yeah, we've thought
Yeah,
about
one
doing
of
some
those
toys with it.
19th century things.
I put Christmas lights in it during Christmas. So yeah, I've had beard
Donate
lights.
to Locks the Well.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that. You did that too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Have all blue dots.
Do anything to entertain our Blue Dot family. That's right.
No.
B.
Yeah,
Bree
keep
says,
my-
shave that
on
beard,
here.
Bernadette. And for
We won't
Bernadette,
get-
we'll just give out because nobody said it since the last tweet or the last don't. Fuck Trump. That's for you, Bernadette. That's for our
You actually
Bernadette
said
tweet.
that, Trump. Oh,
Huh?
baby.
What?
You actually said that on the air. Fuck Trump.
I know, isn't that terrible? It is
I'm
terrible.
telling you.
Saying fuck Trump like that. That's all right. I'll show Marsha a whole thing. Little a lot of people have seen it. It's a little video on Facebook, and it's just a bunch of people. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump.
Bad you weren't up here in Pennsylvania yesterday. You could have went when I drove by. You could have yelled out, "Fuck Trump."
Fuck Trump.
Yeah, John. A couple weeks ago, I was watching some of your older videos, and I stumbled across the one where you called Mar-a-Lago.
And they answered. I bet you couldn't
They
call.
did.
Yes, they did answer. I was blown away that I got through. Actually called Mar-a-Lago. What was I asking? I want to know who was there.
You wanted to get
Yeah.
Huh?
You wanted to get
You
people who were going in and out.
Yeah, I want to know who's going in there.
Yeah.
The president's in there. You know, I want to know. There's shady people going in there. I loved it.
I found the name. I found
John,
the
you
name of
should
the
have
beard you should grow.
Huh.
It's called the hoolie.
The hoolie.
The hoolie.
The hoolie. Yeah, similar to the
John.
pork chop style, but on steroids.
Oh shit.
When you called Mar-a-Lago, what you should have done was say, "Hey, I'm one of Donnie's rich friends. I want to reserve a room down there."
Yeah. Where do I go to donate? I got my trunk is full of cash out here. Can you send out a few porters? I need somebody to help carry the bribe. I mean the donation. That's the ticket. Yeah.
There you go.
It's not a bribe. It's a donation.
You're donating out of the love of your heart.
That's what it is. Who's that? Adelson donated or gave him $75 million the other day because he's desperate as shit.
You know what you should do? You should send Mar-a-Lago a donation. Just first make it known that they're getting a donation, and then you have to send them one golf ball. That's
Send
it.
him a golf ball.
Yeah. I'd like
Just
to
a
see
golf ball.
when Trump's gone.
With Biden on it.
Yeah,
When
there
Trump's
you go.
gone, they turn Mar-a-Lago into to the give the homeless some place to live. Yeah, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mar-a-Lago, golden sunshine, golden showers, and fine Russian hospitality. Religious
Hey, you're a
restrictions
good
apply.
merchandiser, John. There you go.
Yeah, oh yeah. Come on down to Mar-a-Lago. Golden showers upon request. Anyway, what do you got over there? Gonna
Okay,
show
so
this thing off?
I'm not gonna hijack the show for that long because there was just a
Yes, you are.
conversation. No, I'm not. There was a conversation going on in the chat just about instruments in general after we started talking about that, and the conversation of basses started showing up, and I just realized I got the okay go to show off this bass. So this is before I go any further, I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to instruments. I like classic instruments. I love Les Pauls, Tellys, Strats. I don't normally go for the metal look. That's actually Rose. Most of her instruments are metal related, which is hilarious and awesome. Not to say that I don't love metal, but just aesthetics wise, I go for the chiller stuff. But I do have an exception, and now this bass. And for the record, I am not a bass player. Okay, I love playing bass.
He's not the bass man.
Well, no, it's more like guitarists like to go around and go, yeah, I play bass. And it's like, but can you really play a bass and play it good and keep it down, locked, not make your strings go buzzing with all the, are you actually a decent bassist? I'm definitely not, but I do love playing it. And so on that note, my friend who I've known for many years customized this. This was once it was an Ibanez precision, no, not a precision bass. It was an Ibanez, it was a miniature bass. It's a mini bass. It's a smaller scale bass, which for me as mostly a guitarist, it's much more comfortable. But
there's the neck.
He loves doing modification work, and so this was once a steampunk bass. Now it's a cyberpunk bass.
Oh,
and
you did change it.
Yeah, he did change it. It was more brown and copper. Yeah, but
this is the new.
I love the lights. That's the deal. He did some LED work for me in this, just as a gift. He was like, "Yeah, would you like me to customize this and let me try to get
this guitar out?"
It's a Shadowrun bass now.
Oh yeah, and it plays great. It's not just about the looks. It does play really good. It's very nice. He made sure he did a lot of adjustments to the neck and all that other shit and brought it back. There's these big ass O-rings. I didn't bring the strap, but these big industrious O-rings, they clip onto my strap. This thing will never fall off or go anywhere.
My God, that thing looks awesome.
Yeah, this is the craziest thing that I own. And again, it's not normally my style of things. I don't normally like going crazy because I'm more about
But everybody has a crazy side.
Oh yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I'll play metal. I'll play metal as much as anybody else, but I do love this. This was supposed to be a part of a project, but the project is not going forward anymore. So this is just now, my bass again. I mean, it was always my bass, but you know what I mean. It's not going to go toward anything in particular. But yeah, super sweet. Everything turns on and off with an LED. It's passive pickups for those who are curious. Nothing too crazy on the electronics, but it does sound really good. I would like to get more basses in the future, but for now, I got enough instruments, and if I do anything, I'm just upgrading electronics and not necessarily buying any more. That being said, I did mention if I can ever come across a Buckethead signature Les Paul,
Buckethead signature Les Paul,
I would love to have it, but that shit is too expensive.
Yeah.
Gibson, if anybody knows Gibson, their price tags are freaking expensive.
And then when you put an artist name on it, and it's their design, it becomes that much more.
Put a chicken bucket on his hand. And
absolutely.
Still went viral.
I mean, look, for me being a huge Buckethead fan, that Les Paul is a baritone, and it's an extended scale and all that other good shit. So it would be an instrument that I don't technically have yet as a baritone guitar.
And I'm more a line of a Chet Atkins or a
Fender.
Who's that guy used to play on Hee Haw a lot? Roy Clark. Roy Clark played and Junior Brown.
Oh yeah, I love Junior
Brown. Can burn that guitar up, baby. I like the way he does it.
Yeah, his original guitar got stolen recently, and I don't think he's got it back.
Oh shit, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do to somebody to steal the guitar. Oh yeah. Piss them off. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that guitar is
talking about Stratocaster, the Fenders and stuff. The Jimi Hendrix Foundation will release the entire movie of the Maui concert.
Oh wow!
This week, or they already have done it, and you can get it on pay-per-view or via Amazon. But it's epic. It's the entire concert on Maui and everything that was filmed during the period Hendrix stayed there. So
oh, that's cool.
badass.
I'm pretty sure I can find. I'm pretty sure I can find that if I look hard enough for it. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Hendrix since my 12th year.
Well, you know,
so,
Hendrix. I mean, this man manipulated guitar. We never seen him like physically bend and dip down. He was physically bending that guitar.
The neck. Yes, he was.
I mean, he did. You can't. I mean, yeah, Jimmy was. Yeah, he was one of a kind. There'll never be another.
Miss him.
That's the thing about
That's what I was going to do
musicians,
for a living, but I took up welding instead.
And if you know guitars and you know their sound and you know the musicians who play those instruments, you usually can tell a certain when you hear that guy play the guitar, you know it's him playing that guitar.
I once met Curtis Knight, who did a lecture in our student society, and so I went up to him and I said, "Did you? Of course, you work with Jimi Hendrix at times." Yes, he said, I did. And then I asked him, "Did you ever shake Jimi Hendrix's hand?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Can I shake that hand, please?"
Michael James
He looked at me really weird.
Michael James, the guy, our friend out in California.
Yeah, he's got a great guitar collection.
He has sat in with a lot of famous people. You know, like the ups and downs of life. He told us a lot about his life today, yeah, he's had his brush with a whole lot of really big stars that we would recognize.
Yeah, and I've seen some of his guitars. He showed pictures of them, and he said that wasn't even all of them, so I can only imagine.
Yeah, I told him I owe him a photo because, well, it's funny. I actually got a few of them behind me because this is studio part halfway point when I'm moving things around in my house. So a lot of my shit's up here.
Keyboards over there. You got
I got keys over here.
There.
Got my 12 string in that case over there.
Yeah. I thought that case was empty.
No.
12 string in there.
Yeah, that's a 12 string in there, and I'll just show this one for the heck of it because you were mentioning about how you can tell the musician just by hearing the way they play the guitar. Mom was showing me this guy. He was in a Walmart playing like some cheap $20 acoustic toy, and he was nailing it. And I'm just gonna put this out there because we've been talking about expensive guitars. This poor thing's dusty. It needs to be cleaned. This is my first guitar.
That's his original.
This is the guitar that Mom and Dad gave to me on Christmas when I was 14, 15. This is my favorite guitar. I've put so many hours into this guitar that this is the most comfortable guitar I own, and I wouldn't change a damn thing about it. It's a starter guitar. Aww. It's nothing special, you know, as far as like.
He loves it.
No, I love it. Are you kidding me? Of course I love it.
There you go.
You know, could this use some electronic upgrades? Sure. I mean, we did add this little kill switch to it because, again, I'm a fan of Buckethead, and when I saw him use the kill switch, I thought that was cool. And Dad was like, we can do that and just get a momentary off switch at Radio Shack, and
that's what we did.
That's what we did. But this guitar is not like, I still pick it up, I still play it. You know, I do have a few others.
I remember that.
But
went to Radio Shack and got that button.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
And I honestly, it's like, again, you can have the most expensive guitars and it's expensive, but it's the passion of the
music. I'm just pointing out what a dad.
Well, Travis, do you know how to play music, or do you play by ear, or what?
I do. So I never had lessons because 2 reasons. 1, I'm awkward, so I didn't want to go anywhere and get lessons. 2, I just wanted to learn it myself and try to take it as far as I could. So I do everything by ear. Sometimes I'll cheat and read some tabs online, but I still don't pay attention to tabs because, to me, 9 times out of 10, tabs are written wrong. And I go back and watch the actual musician or artist play their work and learn it from that way.
Travis, you owe us a concert one of these.
Oh, I don't know about that, my friend. See, here's the thing. I have never played in front of people except Rose and I played in front of you, but you kind of had to live with that when we were all learning how to play all this shit.
That was the easy part. The drums. Oh lordy. Oh lord. I had to keep reminding myself. Me and Mom out in the living room trying to watch TV. It's just for they'll learn. They'll learn. We got to put up with this until they learn.
Oh yeah.
And even when they learn, you say, Jesus Christ,
You
would
can't
you
turn
please
it off.
on them fucking drums?
It's the electric drums with headphone plug-in.
Yeah. We had an electronic set for a while, but it fell apart. We got it at a pawn shop for what we thought was a steal, then gave it a month, and it just fell apart. And it was like, damn it.
Well, you don't have to go buy the most expensive shit.
No.
Okay, like you said, you could take you go buy you a $150 Squire Fender.
Yeah.
You go buy the nice pickups and put in it. You'll make it sound good.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you got a kid that's wanting to say like play drums, okay, or learn to play guitar, don't go buy them the expensive shit.
No.
Get them and if they show that they're interested in it, then go ahead. I mean,
if they want to play drums, go buy them a cajon.
Yeah.
Buy them a cajon. Say, sit over there and knock yourself out.
My mom got me a couple guitars when I was younger, but when it come down to my first drum set, I had to buy it. She didn't buy it for me. I had to buy it, and it wasn't nothing special. I spent like $150 on it, but and I added to it as the years went on. It doesn't have. It could be cheap. It just depends on what kind of equipment you put in it,
Marsha
and how you tune it.
Would determine that music would play a part in their life.
Yeah,
in both their lives.
It's a very important part. Music is a good thing, especially for math and just when I tried to get music in school in 7th and 8th grade, they gave me home ec, and so I said, screw it, I'll just learn it on my own.
Yeah.
Which I didn't. I learned it the hard way for what I know about the most I know about it. But whenever I like 7th and 8th grade, when I wanted to get music and I didn't get music, I got disappointed, and it kind of set a little fire under my butt. Well, if I can't learn it in school, then I'll just learn it on my own,
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And like I said, I'm not a great musician. I know a little. I know enough to get me by if I need to. You know, I mean, shit.
That's the way I look at myself too, man. Is because it's like the idea of, well, just play it, or, why don't you come on and play it? Here's the thing, apart from YouTube copywriting shit, a lot of what I play, like Rose actually got mad at me, quick story time, and then we're actually 30 minutes past our end time. Rose got mad at me because I was doing, I don't want to even call it writing, I was just playing something, right? And I think we lost Discord. I think we might have lost Discord. Wait, we might be back.
Here.
Okay, we're back on Discord. I saw it go off, and I was like, ah, shit. Anyway, I was playing with the looper pedal. I was playing guitar tracks over and over and over again, and just stacking up a song. And I've been doing this for a while now. It's more in the ambient genre at this point, and I played for a few hours. I got a good loop going, and I was just listening to it and trying to learn off of it. And then I turned it off and turned the pedal off, and there went the work. And Rose was like, why didn't you record that? And for one, I was hearing it, and I didn't think it was that great. But she was like, yeah, why didn't you record? That's devastating. But the way I look at it, it's kind of like a Zen garden. You do your little thing, and then you wipe it away when you're done. And then you come back to it another day. And that, to me, that's what music is. I think music can be a living thing or not necessarily a living thing, but it is something that evolves over time. It's something that you can write down for people to fucking look at for years to come, or you can just enjoy it in the moment. And that's the way I kind of like, that's why I really dig ambient music and stuff. I think it can match your emotions and feelings and just the overall vibe of the time. And, that's why I'm okay with letting things go. But I'm going to start trying to write some of that shit down just because I don't want Rose to get mad at me anymore. So, as Ardessa just wrote,
the lessons of life, buddy.
As Ardessa just wrote, music is life, and I agree.
There you go. I agree with Tim Torkelson.
Yeah.
Music is my religion. Weed is my sacrament.
Amen.
There you go.
Amen.
I tell people often that my religion is right out on when I look down the river, when I see Mother Nature, when I see this wonderful world, as I like to call it. That's what I get into. And music, well, shit, man. We all got a soundtrack of our life. Every one of us has a soundtrack. in our head of what we were listening to when. And just happens that the music in my head is the best music of all. Anyway, Anthony Stevenson, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Brother, welcome to the family. And Ben Stroud donated $2 through Super Chat and said, keep the beard, our Blue Dot Wizard. Fuck Trump.
I say keep it, but you already made the deal.
I made the deal. I'm
going to go ahead and start playing the Patreon credits because we're running so late. So here's our lovely Patreon group over
Time
here.
slips by when you're having fun. Those are our Patreon members. We appreciate them tremendously. Where else could you find fine entertainment for $1 a month? Nowhere. ¿Dónde se compra con mucho gusto? I'm telling you. Anyway, we appreciate them tremendously. And those that donated tonight, and y'all really knocked it out of the park tonight, we appreciate that. Those pays the bills. It comes in one lump sum next month, and we get to pay the bills. So it keeps us right here. And where else will we go? Anyway, appreciate all y'all being here tonight. All of you participating. Bill Jones, thank you so much, brother, for being the voice up in North Carolina, brother. I know you're working hard, and it's paying off. It's paying off.
And being exhausted, because we can tell earlier, you sound like you had a rough one. Not a rough one, but a long one. So we appreciate the hell out of you.
A long week. That's fine. We're all in it for the same cause. We need to put blue in the house and get rid of that red shit.
That's it.
I love the way you put it.
Exactly. And I know you're working your ass off there, both in North Carolina for Cal Cunningham.
And 2 weeks to go, guys. 2 weeks to go. We can do this.
And he's bleeding over into South Carolina. So, yes, we can. Both of them, North and South. We can do it. We can do this shit. We just have to keep our.
I'm open.
That's it. And
so. Keep up the faith, guys. Thanks for your good work. Appreciate you.
All right.
Hey, Bill. It's always good to hear you.
Always good to hear.
Yeah.
And Blue Dot Hank, all the way from the Netherlands, brother. We always appreciate you taking time. I know it's late over there.
Happy to hear.
And
happy to hear. I mean, Europe is eagerly awaiting the downfall of the orange baboon.
We are indeed,
and
brother.
Finally, the chance for America to rebuild, restore some of the lost credit,
our dignity.
That it.
Let's start with that. Let's start with regaining our
dignity.
dignity and our standing in the world. Have people look up to America again. But Hank, we really do appreciate tremendously the voices that we hear from our international friends.
May the force be with you, bro.
There you go. May the force be with you.
Same goes for you.
And David, my friend, it's always a pleasure to have you on here. You always say you're an inspiration. We're an inspiration to you. Indeed, brother, you are an inspiration to all of us, and we appreciate your voice in here all the time, brother.
Well, I appreciate it very much, John. Thank you, and thank you for continuing to host this. Like I said, at this point, I'm just looking forward to stopping the bleeding.
There you go.
Amen.
There you go. Stop the bleeding and save the country. That's all we got to do. It's a simple thing. Here, bite this bullet. Anyway,
this is the way.
This is the way we got to do it. All right, badass. I am so glad you showed up, brother.
Oh, hey, it's good to be here, John.
And Sally, tell Sally I said good evening. I'm glad you're enjoying your time and your move to Chicago. And I'm glad there's no trumpet signs around.
Yeah, thank God.
You found the right neighborhood. So that
I think we have.
That's quite a move all the way from Washington State to Chicago.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned. We live in a 2-story place, and there are 3 young ladies that live upstairs that are from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, really?
And and they've got a big "End Cop" sign in their window.
Oh,
are they Vessen? Are they Vessen?
Yeah. So, there's no sign of Trump that I can see here.
Outstanding. Well, then it's a good neighborhood, brother. And I'm just glad the move went easy. But thank you for being here, and don't make yourself a stranger. We love having you in here.
Okay.
All right.
We'll talk soon.
All right. And Johnny Fly. Hey, Johnny Fly.
Thank you for flying the ship earlier, by the way. I forgot to thank you when I came back.
Call it the pilot. He didn't answer. Oh, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect.
Hey, and I wanted to say, all you guys inspire me, but Bill Jones, I appreciate that, man. He is hard at work in North Carolina to make sure the Democrats get it.
Yes.
And he inspires me, too. So you all do, really.
Well, thank you. Thank you for throwing us in the loop there. I stand proud with Bill.
We're all on the same team, buddy.
Yes.
And Bill has been working tirelessly for a damn long time. So Bill didn't come on here and jump on this bandwagon at the end. And his work is paying off.
We got 2 more weeks to go.
We can do it standing on our head. I'll
buddy.
Broken glass with coronavirus all over it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting this
to
guy
call
off.
me for volunteer work, so let's hope I can do something.
I am so happy that you got involved in that shit. That really does. It just tickles me to death. I'm happy.
Good work, John Fly. Good work, buddy.
Thank you, Bill. Same to you.
And S.C. Smith.
Yep, no worries.
All the way from Tallahassee, Florida, brother. We're glad you're there taking care of Florida.
Hey, well, I'm doing my best, and it's I think I got a lot of other people behind me here, and it's always good to have a seat at the table with you. And I also want to say to Bill and Johnny, great job, guys. Keep it up.
That's right.
Y'all are doing it, and y'all making a difference. You're making a difference.
Maybe equally
Just know
important.
that.
Yes,
maybe
we
equally
are.
important. Also, keep it up after Biden wins.
Yeah.
Oh yes, afterwards we got to make sure.
I think we'll have a lot to keep up with after Biden wins, and I think he's going to need us to help him.
Oh, he will. He can do it.
Yeah, he can.
He's at least qualified. Yes, He's
yeah.
Unlike the asshole we got in there now.
Yeah, true as that. Stephanie and Stephanie, y'all have a good evening. I'm so glad y'all got to hook up together up there. 2 great friends and 2 great Blue Dots. We appreciate it tremendously, y'all being here tonight. Anyway, let me catch up with this before we leave. I want to thank Teresa Diggum, the artist who gave us the Blue Wave Resolute Eagle back here. Donated $2 to Super Chat and said, Travis, like art, you cannot repeat the same thing.
That's the perfect way to fucking put it. That is the perfect way to put it.
And
very well said,
Teresa. That's why I like jazz, baby. That's why I like jazz.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And Chuckster, 255, donated $5 to Super Chat and said, Eddie Van Halen, rest in peace, was by far one of the best guitarists in rock music.
Absolutely.
I can't argue with that.
And a fellow countryman, so
there you go.
We miss him.
There you go. And Michael James donated $5 and said, John, Travis, thanks for doing this thing. I appreciate this family. And fuck Trump. Michael James, we appreciate you tremendously. And we love you back, brother. That's what this is. That's how this family grows. It just amazes me. The friendships that have been created in this Blue Dot family. And it warms my heart. It's one of the best things that I can see is the conversation that always goes on. People recognize each other when they come in the room. And that's what family does. So thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for sharing your time with us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Periscope, on Twitter. I'm glad you come to spend a little time with us. For those here in the room, I so appreciate you all so much coming in and adding to the conversation.
We do you.
There you go. And I guess that's it. We'll say goodnight here, and then I'll dash over, see Mama for a minute, and meet everybody in the blue room. And there's my girl, Emma. She can't hear me, so I have to wave at her. Hi, sweetie. It's my dog. Stuck her head in here and wondered, Dad, where are you? Anyway, everybody's got a time schedule. I appreciate you so much, y'all being here. Oh, look at that. Gary Spring jumped in here right before we left with it. Sending one more beaver buck down from Canada. Gary, we appreciate it. And Maria Bentoncourt jumped in with $5 and said, please watch As I See It, NBC historical photos of Obama. I intend to do just that. Maria Bentoncourt, it was Tim Cormal was talking about on his show today, especially the shot when Obama had gone to where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned, and the photographer ran outside to snap that shot of Obama looking through that prison window that Mandela suffered through for so many years. Yeah, I want to see that, and it's supposed to be highly recommended. And I'm sorry I missed it already, but I can back it up and we can see it. Thank you very much, Maria Bentoncourt and Gary Spring. We appreciate y'all very much. Anyway, people, that's about it. Got a new week to start. We don't know what the shit is going to happen this week, but I guarantee you It's probably going to be chilling, scary, and entertaining all at the same time. There's no telling where it's going to go, but it's going to go downhill between now and Election Day. Get your ass out and vote if you haven't done it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm itching to do it, and I want you to too also. Anyway, that's all I got. We'll be back here tomorrow for Monday Rant, and then back here for another Blue Dot family meeting on Tuesday. So I look forward to y'all coming back and visiting us again then. Good night, Joe. Good night, Ardina. Good night, Maria. Judy, good night. Gary Spring, all of you, thank you very much for being here. And y'all say good night to everybody.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, everybody.
There you go.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Y'all have a great evening. We'll see you.